Oops, it's a bit windy today. Here's the there, Saxo. Yeah, exactly. There's the edge of this rust damage, and just in just beside it there, it's pretty solid steel. So this is a pretty limited damage. See if we can come a bit far from it there. So on the blue car, so I'm trying to film here, you know. You shouldn't be there. It's not good for your nose to be in this rust protection go. On the blue car, we were changing a big area here, and on this car it's solid here. So what we need to do is this, and it looks like we can actually tack in a pretty flat piece of steel there, and we're good to go. Of course, we need to. One can actually see the floor mat in there. This yellow thing there. It's looking out there. So we have to get rid of that, move that, and then just make a flat piece here. And now we have to do. Saxo, you're in the way. You're in the way. And then we have to make this thing. This is normal. They always rot. So, but it's still hanging on there. Look at that. It's still hanging in there. So that's our project. First project with the green car. Been cleaning some of the surfaces here, and it's pretty fresh steel around the rust damages. We have to do something about this. See if I can have any focus there. Because here is a kind of double layer of steel somehow. So we're gonna cut this out and see how it's underneath here, because it looks rusty too. There's a little sad thing in the rocker panel. It's otherwise pretty sound. And we're also gonna have to remove this. See if I can do anything about that. If this one must be pretty rusted solid. Let's see how this goes. Oh, that was pretty loose. And it's not stuck. Wow, that was... I don't remember I have had this apart any time. Huh. Wow. Well, that was really surprising. Huh. Well, nice. Just put that one back in there again. Because we need to fabricate this part from here and downwards, I suppose. Okay, there's our thing we want to duplicate. See if we can make this little thing too. See, it's original. It's Verchami. And this screw wasn't stuck. I'm still a bit surprised about that. Yeah, so that goes to the steel department of Citromec Industrial something. And then we're good to see if we can just... Looks surprisingly nice underneath here. Wow, look at the paint underneath here. This is from the factory. That paint were put there in April probably in April 1972 at the Rennes-la-Chaussée plant. Wow. Oh, I really love this color, this Verchami color. It's so... It's such a nice looking green color, despite this car is pretty rough around the corners, like there. I often think that the Geas should have a bright and a happy color, like the blue one, or the Orange Ténéré, or those yellow paints, Bleu Camargue, etc. But this green is stylish. Let's see if we can make a little piece of this. This starting to look like something we could actually use. I have it more or less exactly made here, so we just need to fabricate this in steel. The only thing is that when we press this little corrugation here, it's gonna shrink, and the same thing goes for this little cutout. Doesn't help always to make a paper mold. I still had to put the new metal piece in there and measure it up. I don't know if I'm right now, but it's crucial to make this line almost exactly, because that is what's this piece here, or this part here of the that is like following all the way down here, is folded, and that is what goes into the rubber seal that is following all the way up inside the front fender. So that this shape of the line here is crucial. Let's see. I don't think I do this one. It's gonna mess everything up. It's more important to make this one work best I can. It's a little bit, I think it's like 5 millimeters under the surface here, so yeah. So this might be a reasonable facsimile of what we're trying to create here, so this will probably do. It's too dark outside to film anything right now because it's pretty late in the night, but this fits pretty fine. So we're just gonna see how, of course, fine-tuning everything here, and then weld it in place. But there's some other things to do behind here on the car, so I'm probably gonna sandblaster some surfaces tomorrow when the rain is gone and the sun is back. So this is enough for today, I think. So now we're fine-tuning the piece that I made yesterday evening, and it's coming together pretty fine. Just gonna do some more work on it, and then we'll be just okay with this. It follows all the way down there, and maybe it's a little bit too long, but that won't hurt. I think we should have a kind of mud flap down here too. Then we have this to cope with, and the rest of the mayhem in there, and also up here. So we're gonna need to remove the drainer hose in order to get access to this, because this is a bit scary actually. Yeah, and once again, these are a source for leakage into the car, into the compartment, because it's when it rains, it drops here, goes in there, gets soaked up by the mat on the other side, on the inside, and the mat gets wet, and all the car, the whole entire interior gets misty. Yeah, some more fine tuning to do. I just painted this after sandblastering. Got some filler on this little ugly hole there. It's gonna be rust protection underneath later on. So by now we could actually just everything is prepared with grinded up surfaces and everything, so we can weld it. Just gonna have this sit in more or less the right position. See if we can just get it sit there. Oh yeah, we need that one underneath. Let's see if this can just be welded in today and grinded off and like made ready-ish. Let's see about that. Since it's a pretty nice day, but it's so windy outside, so there's basically nothing we can do outside anyway. It's gonna be sunny tomorrow, but today it's just one of these in-between days that's just kind of awful, actually. There. I wonder if, yeah, it's flush here. It's not that straight. This is so thin. It's really thin. It can't be more than like 0.6 or something. It's really, really, really thin metal. So one has to start with this at this side when welding, and then go over there slightly just to like tack it together. There we have the right one. Yeah, I think I'm gonna start with the spot welds, actually. That would probably be an easier way of just fixing it. There it's flush. I want to keep it that way, but this clamp isn't that rigid, so but that is a really flush one there and there, so this is actually almost perfect flush surface, and that's what we want to have. Yeah, so it's going to be a lot of fine tuning here to make this sit all right. Yeah, let's get the welding. That is a pretty nice fit. We can actually be satisfied with that. Yeah, that's enough. So this is the far I've gotten now. This is pretty much flush here, so it has the same shape. And I wasn't that keen of redoing this stupid thing here with this little shelf that just piles up road dust and makes it start rusting. But I also wanted it to look pretty original, so we're gonna leave it that way. And then we only gotta fabricate this little piece too. And that goes, it folds like, see if I can have some decent there. So it folds over, underneath here, and I'm just gonna make a spot weld. I'm just gonna make a spot weld there. Something like that. And then we can start rust protecting this, paint it and rust protect it, and move on. This side is finished. Just gonna put some undercoating on there, and then that is done. And compared to how this looked a while ago, yeah, I prefer this. Then we have this side. Just put some body sealant on there, and that's also gonna be painted black. This hardening black paint, and then that one is also good to go. And then we can go over to the other side, see how that looks. It's not that bad, but it's probably some holes even in there. So we're back on the other side, and I've been tidying up here, and I discovered some old repairs. So something has been going on here a long time ago. Wonder when. So at the upper part of the inner fender, inner well, there's some old repairs. This was pretty interesting. I wonder when this was made. They have been they have been doing a edge here, so I actually didn't see that it was a repair until I cleaned it up, and it is pretty solid. You can see that those welds are, yeah, there's just point welds or spot welds. This can have been done like 40 years ago. We don't know. The car was 10 years old in 1982, and of course it's been used as cars are being used all year round. So of course it's been rusty way before I bought a car. And then we have this usual thing here. I've just been marking here where to cut it. Just a sketchy beginning of a paper mold. See if we can fabricate a piece of steel out of this. The first step with this piece, by some reason I always make them too big. Well, of course that will be much better than making them too small and having to make make a new one because I measured badly, but I always are measuring them too big. Yeah, coming together. I don't know if that is visible inside here. Well, yeah. Fine tuning. And then I need to get the carpet underneath away because I don't want to weld in the carpet. I think that's it. He said trustfully. Oh, so yummy. What have I missed? What's gonna be ruined? Oh my gosh. Feels okay. It's loose. It's loose. We're scrapping the GS74 to 4 parts. No. Oh, this feels so... Oh, it feels so reckless. Okay. Let's put it aside. And we're now got ourselves into even more work. Okay. Everything is open. Wasn't that much to do. It was just some steel, maybe some welding, probably not, just tidying up, get some rust protecting on it, and then we're good to go. This side was fine. Yeah, forgot it was a GS.
Okay, Houston, we've had a problem here.
This is Houston. Say again, please.
Houston, we've had a problem. We've had a main beam bust undervolt.
Roger, main B undervolt. Okay, stand by, 13. We're looking at it.
Houston, we have a problem.
What I'm wondering is, are we gonna be able to fix this? Because that is... Look at this. I can't make it more open than this. So this is the access we got to this damage. And it's pretty crusty beside here too, so